We are live with Canton head women's lacrosse coach Adam Todd and senior student athlete Madison Leary following Canton's setback to Stevens in the opening round of the 2022 NCAA Division III Women's Lacrosse Tournament. Coach, an opening statement, please.
Sure. First, I'd like to congratulate Stevens and Coach Karen Shattuck. They did a great job. We knew coming into this game that they were more skilled than we were by a significant margin, but we still felt like we had an opportunity to maybe catch them by surprise, and I think we did early on. But we also knew that they had the capability to turn the game around quickly, which they were able to do. Our hope was that we could kind of slow things down a little bit and get into their heads a little bit and keep going and pushing. We do have a very talented roster. We're not quite at their level yet, but things didn't go quite the way that we had them, pictured them, in our game plan.
Usually I kind of bounce questions back and forth with the head coach, but you kind of led me to jump into Madison first. Madison, what were those first couple of moments like? You had some really big saves, and then you get on the board first.
Yeah, getting on the board was definitely like a mood booster for the whole team. Like the first goal of the game, after like having a really good couple saves, it was just like really like an awe kind of feeling. Like we can actually do this. Like we can hang with them. It definitely, like I said, boosted the mood of the team, and we had like gained a little bit of confidence because I know some of us were kind of nervous going in.
Coach, would you agree with that assessment that getting on the board first and Madison's, a couple of really big saves early kind of settled the nerves a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they had the first couple of shots there. Madison was huge and, making those saves and give us a little bit of, okay, we can hang in this. And then, we popped the first goal in there. I think Sam Dater had a nice look inside and, we're up 1-0. And, it felt like, okay, this is, a game plan that we can follow. We can make this a dogfight. I think, we had the execution after that in terms of some of our clears and some things where, we weren't able to capitalize on some opportunities. That really hurt us, I think, in terms of our confidence. And without that, certainly once that point happened, Stevens was able to convert on a few, and it was tough to kind of stem the tide at that point.
Coach, how do you get your program from here to maybe the next step of a win in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I think we're close. I think this was a better draw in theory than we had in 2019 when we won the league. I think at that point Brockport was ranked 15th in the country. Stevens was probably they're just outside the top 25, but I think it's still an opportunity for us. This was a more winnable game than our early game, even though the score doesn't show that. Stevens jumped on us bad. But the next thing we have to do is just continue to improve the athletes that we're recruiting. And that's nothing against the athletes that we have here now. We've got the most skilled group we've ever had, and that's the next step forward. Recruiting players like Maddie Carone, who's a freshman this year, just keeping that pipeline of really solid players. Sam Dater was a great, all-league first team player for us. It's really about the players. The coaching it's nice, and we can put them in a framework to be successful, but we got a lot out of this group this year. They really pushed hard, and it's about the talent. We got to just keep getting more and more talented players.
Was the NCAA experience for you any different the second time around?
No, I think it just made me more excited to get another chance to prove ourselves and potentially win another game and make more school history. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but it was still pretty cool to still come back to the NCAA tournament.
Coach, conference championship, NCAA appearances. You've expressed that you felt pretty good about some of the things your team did today. What about the group of student athletes that won't be returning to the program this year? What have they meant to the program, and what have they meant to you as their coach? Yeah,
so we're graduating 8 seniors this year, and all 8, they were part of, the class of 2018, I guess. So when they came in, and that was my second year, third year as a head coach here. They've left this place in a lot better than it was. They really, we bookended championships. We won in 2019. We had 2 years of COVID where one season got canceled. Last season was very abbreviated. It wasn't really a full season. And then we got back to it this year, and they really showed they're so much better than we were 4 years ago. And each one of those kids, I look through, I think of Maddie Weir, who's team captain, defenseman. She left this place a lot better than she found it. She's been a phenomenal leader all year. Maddie, our goalie, has been a 4-year starter for us, and just, she's always kept the defense in the game. She's kept us in games that we probably shouldn't have been in. I could go right down through the line with all those seniors. They're just, I told them all, when you come back next year, you're going to see that the program's going to be better than, the year before. And, we're building this based on their hard work, and that's, leaving it better than they showed up with it in. That's what they've been tasked to do, and that's exactly what they did.
Madison, kind of following up for you, what is your experience at Canton as a student athlete, as a student, Ben, and how do you hope the program goes from here?
As a student, it's been fantastic. All the professors there are so welcoming and so willing to help you. And being a student athlete has made, coming in, I only knew a couple people, and then I met the team, and it was instantly you found more friends and everything. And it's just been another family away from my original family, and it's been the best place for me to call home for the past 4 years. What was the last part?
Just about how do you hope the program grows from today?
I definitely think this program has a lot of potential to keep growing. We have a lot of solid girls that just came in as freshmen, and I feel they're going to be how my class was we were came in and it was iffy, but then it kind of just grew, and I feel that's how it's going to be for these freshmen.
Thank you.